Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Coffee Talk supplemental. Now, I haven't done a lot of content yet on the Christmas stuff. It just all sort of rolled in the last week, and it occurred to me as we get the well-deserved reward that I might go through a couple things with you guys, highlight a couple of the pieces and parts and what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up here to the first article that we got, which was just talking about the Christmas event itself. And you actually have to dig back pretty far because there's a lot of different things going on. So we'll touch all of these as we go. First thing we've got is the event guide right here. So as we know, it is Vinnie Jones is going to be the star of this thing. I'm not going to go into the major details of this, but it's very similar to last year. You are going to decorate your village. Chaffee the dog is back, which is down here. You are going to collect resources. That will get you missions and things like that. If we slide on down, we're going to have a decorative level, so that kind of idea is back. You're going to have friends like you did last time. The dog will have a few more missions, so that will be more interactive. You'll be able to do more with Chaffee. He'll give you missions as well. The cat has a few missions for a few goodies in there, so there's a lot of different pieces and parts. So you're going to decorate your festive village. There aren't any of the decorations and level things going on this time, so that's not a factor. So as far as filling out a book of decorations, those will be available if you get enough resources to grab stuff from past events, from past Christmas events. So pay attention, you'll be able to do that as well. You're going to decorate your zones here. So you increase decoration zones level. He has assignments that helps you do it. That's Vinny. Chaffee's sacks. He brings sacks. We'll get that in just a minute. There's the resources. Remember, it was rock crystal, pure emerald, warm amber, and meteoric iron in there. The rock crystal and pure emerald will increase your festive atmosphere, and the warm amber and meteoric iron will help you, or will be given to you when you complete Vinny's assignments in there. So you increase your festive atmosphere down here. Go to level 10. And that is with the resources. Now remember, you can get those once a day. There is now a mechanic actually where if you miss a day, there will be a bit of extra resources. I don't think you're going to get the whole thing. So it won't be a case of I miss 2 days, I get 2 days worth of resources. It will give you a little bit extra for each day that you miss, and that's baked into the system. I don't have those numbers, but they're out there. So you increase your festive atmosphere level. Here's the number of points that you need to do so. Chaffee is back, as I said. Now he's bringing sacks. So these are gifts, and it looks like actually there's a pretty decent amount of stuff in these sacks right here. We've got kits, we've got garage slots, books, some coins. Click on this number 3. We get some more goodies in here. I'm trying to see if there's anything like significant that you want to make sure you get. That's nice, a personal reserve with credit bonuses. From what I can see, guys, one big key in all of these holiday ops is it looks like there's a lot of credit bonus directives out there, personal reserves. So keep your eye out for those and make sure you're doing all these missions. And in general, during the holiday ops, it's really easy to do them, but sometimes you got to pay attention to which ones are available and when you have to do them. All right? Just make sure you read all this stuff. Visit your best friend's garage for extra. Remember that you could go to their garage and grab more resources, so make sure you do that. That's going to be a once a day thing as well. It was actually twice a day, I think, last year, or maybe the resources were twice a day. That I don't know if it's the same as this time or not. Vinnie Jones is here. He's giving you missions, so he's got 20 assignments. They require you to invest a certain amount of warm amber and meteoric iron to bring Vinny specific items, and then you will complete them. He'll give you customization items, decorations, and such. 2D styles. We got pain threshold, which I think one of these actually has Vinny on it. Yeah, it's this one. So you get Vinny's picture all over the place. Ops challenge missions from Vinnie Jones, Vinnie Jones. You get the coins, the gift terminal token. I'm going to call it a coin probably multiple times. The gift terminal is back. There is not, as far as I can tell, and I'm pretty sure this is true, there's not a tank involved with it, but there are some other goodies in there. You can use the slider here. It will give you an idea of all the different things you get. Now here's where you get the discounts on the tech tree tanks. Finishing the missions, plus he'll give you the coins. You're going to get some some decorations, decals and whatnot for your tanks. And it looks like these are just increasing the bonuses as we go. So not a whole lot there, but the coins are important. Looks like you get up to 27, maybe 28 from his missions. And then you can plop those into the gift terminal, and the gift terminal will give you more stuff. The Holiday Ops store will have the stuff from last, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th Christmas since we've had Holiday Ops. So the store will have all of those old styles if you want to get to some of those things. A couple of these are actually pretty good. Kind of like the, is it Christmas? Tempered glass. I was going to say broken glass, but tempered glass. Sparkling Night's kind of funny. These were interesting this year. I wasn't a big fan of most of these, although they have the rug, the carpet diem, which is pretty funny. The magic birth chart, I like that quite a bit. Not a fan of the other ones so much there. And the sweater's pretty funny, actually. That's kind of hilarious. Not a fan of the other three, to be honest. And then this year we've got these guys. Maybe that was last year. That's right, because they're 1 year ahead. They're calling this Holiday Ops 2024. That's how they do it. All right, gift terminal. If we come down here, reaching certain festive atmosphere, we'll give you the gift terminal, completing missions. We'll give you the coins or the tokens, I guess they're calling them. Spending 2,000 of any Holiday Ops resource available will give you another coin. So remember, once you do everything with your resources, then you can take those and you can spend them and get more coins. So once you've done festive level 10 and whatever it is, the other missions and things you can do with your resources, then you're able to keep collecting them, and you can dump coins into the gift terminal. Now, what's good about that is the boxes, the large boxes, will bring you more resources, right? So what people were doing last time was buying tons of boxes, getting the resources, buying the coins, and putting them through the slot machine. You can still do that, but there's not a tank involved at this point. Here's the drop rates for the gift terminal. You can do that little drop down. So we got a 91% chance of free XP. You can read that as well as I can. What is interesting in here, I like the credits. That's nice. Demounting kits are awesome. That saves you gold if you want to move stuff around. Garage slots are good if you're new. Kits are always approved. Directives, not so much. Directive for equipment and training booklets. Rare gifts have 9%, so you can get components for experimental equipment. That is good. That's a good thing. Fire control system, mobility improvement system, and survival improvement suite. So those are going to be the experimental equipment piece. So you can either get some components or a piece in a 9% drop. That's actually pretty good. There's several other ways you can get those this Holiday Ops. We'll touch on some of them as we go. Then you've got the large boxes. We'll talk about that in just a second. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. So that's just a real broad brush overview of the actual ops itself. You're going to decorate. You're going to get festive levels. There's resources to gather. You can gather resources from your two best friends. You'll have that thing going on. You have Chaffee. He's back. He's got more missions than last time, so you'll get a little bit more with his gift bags. I think that's a daily thing as well. I didn't dive into how that works, but it's not that difficult. And then you'll just continue to get the resources however you get them, whether daily or whether you buy some boxes and get them. And then you can continue to go into the gift terminal. That's pretty much it right there in a nutshell. All right, let's jump back then to the boxes themselves. All right, for the boxes, this is the one that everyone is interested in. What do we have? We've got the resources that you'll get. You'll get 250 gold. You'll get 150 of a random resource, and then 50 of a resource depending on the box type. All right, so these types of resources are tied to the box type, but only for the 50. Otherwise, it's 150 random, right? So first it's 150 random, and then whatever type of box. So if for some reason you're buying boxes and you need a specific kind of resource, you would probably want to aim at New Year's, Christmas, Lunar, Magic, whatever it is you need in order to get that resource. This is a player, and I don't have a lot of essay on exactly how much that's going to take. I haven't done the math. Wargaming is very graciously gives us as CCs a considerable number of boxes. So when I open the boxes I get at the beginning of the event to show you guys how all the boxes work, I typically get all of this. So if you're free to play or somewhat free or not spending a whole bunch but some, it could be important on how you want to aim buying your boxes. You could just peanut butter spread across all the boxes, or you could start the event and kind of look at how it's going and decide what boxes if any, you're going to get. What else can you get? All right, so 250 gold right off the top. Okay, each box has 250 gold plus the resource thing. And then we're talking about here 1, 3, or 7 days of premium. That's standard. We've seen that in the past. 250, 500, or 1,000 extra on top of the 250. So maximum 1,250 if you hit the 1,000. Remember, this is a small chance or a smaller chance here. 100 or 500,000 coins. So it looks like there's nothing in between. A tier 8 or 9 premium vehicle. That is one slot. 8 and 9. Those tanks are in the same slot. A tier 2 through 5 premium vehicle. That's in a separate slot, which is to say that if you hit one of the tier 2 to 5 premiums and then you hit it again, you will get compensation. With the tier 8 and 9, you will continue to get the tier 8 and 9 new tanks until you run out of tanks you don't have. If you have the GSOR 1010, I'll show you the list in just a minute here, you're not going to have the 4 other new ones, which means you're going to have to go through 4 tanks, 4 tier 8, 9 tanks, 8 or 9 tanks, before you start getting compensation. Okay, so it's not a case of I can hit one of the tier 8s I don't have, and then if I hit the same tier 8, I get compensation. It won't do that. It'll just give you the next one that you don't have. How it decides randomly from there, I don't know. There's 3D styles. There's a 3D style exclusive to a set of select tier 9 and 10 vehicles. So those are new. We got the 3D styles from last year's boxes. Red Shower Cat, remember he has additional missions. Most people end up getting him pretty quickly. Unique standard decorations that never repeat. You can, which I don't think matters because it's all about the resources. So that's just, this is just fluff for putting in your holiday garage. They get discounted as you buy more, remember? So if you buy 75, that's the best deal in terms of number of boxes for money or dollars per box, however you want to look at that. Now here's the breakdown. The bonus item is the resources as briefed. You are going to get the 250 as briefed. Now here's the percentage, an 85.94 chance of one of these things happening, which means you may not have any of these things happening. Right? The min run is 250 gold. Although I think, does something always extra go in there? I guess not. It looks like a min run would be 250 gold in the resources. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Geez, it was only last year. In any event, that's a pretty good chance of something else. It really feels like you always get a day or 100,000 or something like that. But this indicates it's 84.94. Oh, I see. It's going to... There you go. Math is hard, fellas. Math is hard. Although that doesn't add up because that's 95. Drop chance of a tier yada yada vehicle. Oh, plus. Look at this. See? So you got to watch for these things. All right, so 85, 95. That's not quite to 100. Interesting. I think this is a separate chance. I think this number here, which doesn't equal 100, unless I'm mistaken. 80. It does, because I'm stupid. I'm very dumb. 95, right? 85, 95. Plus 2.4. See, this still doesn't... Something's not working there. Somebody fix me. I know somebody can see it right now, and I can't see it. I cannot. It's not coming to me right there. In any event, you're going to get one of these things. Right? One of these things here is going to be added onto your 250. Here's the list of tier 8 tanks. These are new. Tiger Moss 752, Type 63. This is the gun cooling thing with the new Chinese heavy line. XM66F is a TD. Kind of looks like a Super Excalibur, to be honest, the way it's set up. And then the GSOR was already released, but is relatively new to the game. Here's the new lower tier tanks. These are all new as well. You can read those. I won't go through the whole thing, but they start from tier 2 and go to tier 5. There are also 3D styles. Well, there you go. We got the old hot rod for the Panhard. Sentinel, Verfall for the E75. Man, that is a lot going on that E75. And guess what? We even have a 3D for you artillery-loving kind of guys. This one's odd. Sky Sentinel, which is a space age looking tank. This kind of stuff's starting to bleed into the game. I mean, really, there's a couple that are sort of like that, but now this one's just full up, you know, fantasy space age thing. And then we got this dude with Hot Wheels stuff on it. So it's, you know, Although I suppose they wouldn't want you saying it's Hot Wheels stuff, right? Because there's no tie-in there. 3D styles from the past, here they are. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. Jupiter Fulgur is kind of moving in that same direction. There's a 4005. I wonder if that's here this year. No, that's Constellation, which is it. Doesn't look like it. All right. So we're really getting into that with the 3D styles. The Red Cat, he gives a few missions out there as well. He's going to give some styles and such. And then the standard decorations, you get colors and all kinds of stuff. Again, that doesn't really affect anything. There's no bonuses for those. It's just a gee whiz idea. If you're curious about the stats on those tanks, they are right here at the bottom of this article. I have not done any reviews on these. Once I get them on my real account, I'll do them. As I've said before, I'm not going to say I'm not ever going to do it, but right now I'm not really doing reviews on tanks on the press accounts. So unfortunately, if you're curious about what I think about it, either ask me personally in a note or wait for my review to come out. Personal problem. Okay, so that's the boxes. And I think now we can move on to the last thing, which was the well-deserved reward. All right, there is also 12 Days of Tanksmas daily streaming, which starts, I thought today. I wonder if it's over today. I don't know. But it does start today. It says November 29th, and that's what, actually that was yesterday. So it starts yesterday. I'm already a day late and a dollar short. Here they are, and it gives you an idea of what's going on here with these. You can watch for, and this is on the official channel. And then they've got drops. And they've actually got some pretty decent drops here. We've got the Type 5 and the Aston Rex, the Skoda, the Vipera, premium consumables, days of premium, blah, blah, blah. There's a little chart here for what the days are as well. 11:29 to 12:10. Stream schedule 0700 to 1100 Central. All right, so it is over for me right now, and then it doesn't start again until 4. So it's actually got 2 events of 3 hours each, although that's 4 hours, and that looks like 3 hours math in public. So you should be able to catch up on some of those things. The watch time, I don't remember if I saw the watch time they're looking for here. It's probably listed, or maybe there's just, don't know, to be honest, whether it's a watch time or it just sort of happens. Receiving a vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Receive. You will get credits. Oh, okay. So, so it looks like the compensation for any drops with a premium you have is credits and not gold. Important to know. All right. And then the last but not least thing is we've got the well-deserved reward. Now you can see this in my garage right here. We've got the Panzer IV F2. This is actually a really nice 3D style, man. I mean, it's an actual separate tank, but pretty well done. I like the way this thing is done. It looks really cool. Very cool. This is an upgunned Panzer IV that the Germans, I believe, developed because the T-34s and some of the other better tanks that the Russians were finally starting to field, the KV-1s, things like that, were causing them issues for the old bog standard Panzer IV armament. So they upgunned this thing, and it's a, I'm trying to remember, 7.5, I think. Yeah, 7.5, quick 40, length 43. Now, in game terms, it's kind of a pew-pew. It's got decent penetration for a tier 5, not amazing, but it's only dropping 110 alpha, so it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Most of the Panzer IVs are kind of like that. So it's one thing to say historically it was a pretty dang good gun with enough pen to deal with the people that it deals with, but you're talking about a tier 5 here trying to take on tier 7s on occasion, and you're running around with a gold pen of 158, which could be a little bit tough, but most tier 5s do struggle in that case. Still though, really cool looking tank for a tier 5 anyway. All right, so let's take a quick look before we wrap this thing up. I'll send you guys on your way. You will have noticed when you logged in for your well-deserved reward. I will also caveat this by saying if you have multiple accounts, make sure you log into those accounts and get these rewards as well. They are free, and it has to do with how long you have been in the game. Let's see if we can actually extend this out a little bit so we can see everything that's going on. Oh, I guess we can't see everything that's going on. All right. So you get the tank. The tank will show up, and then you're going to get a bunch of gifts. Now these are the old tanks here, and I don't know, maybe if you haven't logged in, if you end up getting all these, but depending on the years that you've been, will be the tanks that you get. For me, I got all this stuff because I'm a veteran, 10 to 12 years. So beta testers get a few extra decorations, I guess, with bees on them and whatnot. So for 10 to 12 years, which is what I'm doing, this is what we got. We got 3,000 bonds. That is true. 1.5 million credits, some books, choice of improved equipment, very nice, and some experimental equipment. Although this, all right, these are some of the things you can also buy with the coins. I got 14 coins. Let's just drop down here. I'll tell you what I got, because then you've got the coin store, which we'll get to in just a minute. But I did get the 1.5 million. I got 3 days of Watt Premium. Is that right? Yep. Okay. 3,000 bonds. So this is what I got, and then you can also jump into the coin store and buy more stuff. But what I really liked is the ability to get some of this equipment. Did I get the equipment, or do I have to buy that? See, it's a little bit mixed up here. Mission for ×5, universal manual, slots added, emblem, personal reserves. Interesting. Okay. So some of these things are things you just got. Some of these things you got to go purchase from the store. I like the 20 credit reserves. That's very nice. And I don't think, I did not get a crew member. All right. So that's kind of a little mixed up on how that works. It will show you the stuff you got on your screen right there. Or you can, come down here and see what the last things are that were put into your account. Remember, though, that if you do it and then close the client and come back, that's gone. And you won't really know what you may or may not have got from it. So we'll go to the store. I think we actually need to go to the depot. No. See, this is why it's always confusing, fellas. Sometimes you go to the depot to do these things. Sometimes you go to the store. Let's get rid of this. So let's go back to the garage. I'll show you what we're doing. Click on store. It's over here. There'll be a little red 1. Click on that. Then you've got 2 choices. Items for tokens, which is Battle Pass, or well-deserved reward. Proceed. All right. I almost didn't scroll down. I started maybe clicking, and I didn't realize that, look at this. You can claim only 1 improved equipment item from the list. You will not be able to change your decision after confirming. All right, so it looks like this is part of the original reward. And it looks like these, you can claim only 1 experimental from the list. You will not be able to change your decision after confirming. But this seems to indicate it's going to cost me 5 coins. This is going to cost me 7 coins. All right, I guess I'm using coins to do this. I was thinking maybe that it was Wargaming. Why do you do these things, man? I mean, honestly, this is showing that you get it. It's funny. This is sort of the list of things you get, but not. You know what I mean? Use your tokens. Enter the game to accept your gift. I did that. Use your tokens. Yep. Oh my gosh, guys. Come on. So this is always a voyage of discovery, is it not, guys? It's always a voyage of discovery. So it says I can buy some of these things, and I can, because if I go to the other tab, again, let's get rid of this. If I go to the other tab, here they are again. Right? And I go to exterior, there's some 3D styles. That's cool, so we can get some 3D styles. But some of this stuff I got anyway. So I ended up with the 3,000 bonds, which shows up here. I got the 1.5 million credits without buying any. Can I also buy credits in here? I can. Okay. I got a slot added. I guess that's from the tank. I got 3 universal manuals, as it says here. Okay, got it. I got training manual ×1. Okay, fantastic. Which I can also buy here. And I got missions for ×5s, which I can't buy. Can't buy those. Can't buy the... Actually, I can't buy the personal training manual. All right. So that was free. I got 3 of these, but I can also buy more. But this is not a list of exactly what you got. It's a list of what you can buy. But you did get some of it. Is that, you got it? You got this? Do you understand what I'm talking about, fellas? You got this down now? You got it? Okay. See, I took this to be the list of freebies, but then there's a little, hey, you can do more stuff, fella, but also you get some stuff. But also you got this stuff, but you can get some more of this stuff. But you can only have 4, all right? That's it. I gave you 3. You can have 4. Oh, is that what it's doing? That's what it's doing. Okay. Okay. Okay, fellas. Look, settle down. We got it figured out. Simmer down. All right, you ready? Did you figure it out with me? Did you already know? I don't know. I didn't know. So, and I'm not showing you what I'm doing because I don't have it up here. What this is telling you is these are the things they gave you. You got 3,000 bonds and you can collect another 1,500 if you use coins. See how the coins go down? Uh-huh. We gave you 1.5 million credits, but you can collect another. I'm not doing that math, but it would cost you some coins, all right? You can collect 1 more of these guys. That's it. You can get 1 of them and 1 of them. And if you do that, which actually I suggest that's how you do, you're going to use all but 2 coins. So you're going to go in there and you're going to buy yourself 1 piece of improved equipment. You're going to do that by coming over here and going to equipment and scrolling down because there's more down there. And you're going to pick one of these. All right? Don't even go past don't collect $200. Go straight to equipment, to the improved equipment, and get one of these. Okay? Grab your free improved equipment. Then grab your free one of these things. I suggest the mobility improved equipment. You're also going to get 100 parts with it. That was difficult, man. Then you're going to have 2 coins, and you're going to have to decide what you want to do with that. What would happen if I use my coins here? I'd get 5 more. You get 5 more of those. Now you don't get the 3D style, you don't get the 2D style, and you don't get crew member with a 0 perk. Can I even get one? No, I don't have enough coins left. Oh, son of a gun. I get 2 of those. Can I get one of these? No, I cannot. So you can play with it at that point. I highly suggest, folks, you grab yourself one of your experimentals and one of your improved. Call it a day. Can I get one of these? No. Jeez. Can I get that? I can get 300,000. I can get 600,000. Can I get more bonds? I can. Ooh. Oh, well, that tears it right there, fellas. That tears it right there. My next suggestion is bing, bang, boom. You grab yourself another 1,000 bonds, and then you've cleared out your coins. Now, of course, that's assuming you had 14. I'm making a big ass assumption here. Some of you will have less coins. You've probably been yelling at the screen the whole time I've been talking about that. In that case, I would prioritize one of these 2 things, either the improved or the experimental, and frankly, it's the improved. It's just better, right? So if you have at least 7 coins, grab your improved, and then decide what you can get with the rest of it. Does that make sense? Have I completely muddied these waters? This took a long time to get through. It's funny to me that it always does. It always does. All right. That is a lot for what was supposed to be a relatively short primer on Christmas. I will be doing an unboxing tomorrow, Friday in the morning, 900-ish or so, 200, 250 boxes. So we'll kind of look at the drop rates and what's going on with that. You'll be able to buy them tomorrow on the 1st. I will also be able to play the tanks tomorrow on the 1st. The NDA will be up, and we'll go ahead and check those out. I'll get a review on those things out as soon as I can. There's plenty of good ones from very good players if you want to check it out. I won't tell. It'll be good. It's all good. That is all I've got for today's Coffee Talk Supplemental. In fact, I'm out of my coffee, and the reason is it took so long for me to really figure out what that website was doing. Honestly, I'm proud of myself for figuring out. You might be horrified it took me so long. I prefer to look at it as a cup half full. All right, that's all I've got. We will see you. See you tomorrow.